Welcome to MJ Hobby Corner, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. This is Julie and MJ. Today we are doing a game of 5150 Tanks and Mechs. However, this is a short demo game, so we're not playing a full game. We're going to do a couple of turns, hopefully go over combat, do everything we have to do to show as much of the game as possible, okay?
And have a little fun along the way.
This is Julie's training game.
Hello.
All right,
Hello,
so
my friends.
Julie is here, and we're going to be doing this co-op, okay? Now, this is part of a mini-series that I am dedicating to our war games. It's going to include some chats between Julie and myself, and we're going to try to play some of the older games, some of the newer games, and then we're going to wrap everything up with a final chat that kind of discusses our favorite parts, our favorite games, etc., etc., all right? So this is an ongoing little mini-series until further notice, so we're going to try to do as much of it as possible. So here is the board. Now, this is a big board. Mind you guys, you do not have to play with such a big board. These games are played on very small boards, okay? I just want to say that. Here we have my gaming console with all the tables I need. We have some enemies already chosen. And yes, we are using mostly Drop Zone Commander figures. I have some notes and the rules, okay? And just some of the stats. And that is it. So the table is divided into 9 quarters like a tic-tac-toe board. Sections 1 through 3, 4 through 6, and 7 through 9. Now, players are deployed on sections 8, which is Julie's Mechs, and section 9 here, if I can, there we go, my tanks, okay? I am playing a tank squad, Julie's playing a mech squad, and we are playing the Star Army faction. Okay, and so the PEFs, here's 1 PEF, 2 PEF, and we have a third one here in this little desert forest. Okay, so we have a PEF in section 4, right here, PEF in section 3, and PEF in section 6. So that's where they deploy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, and 9 is reserved for player deployment. All right, Julie.
Okay.
So tell me what you have.
This is me.
All right, that's
star.
you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then I have got my jumpers.
Okay.
On the sides here, they they hover and jump.
All right, so this is Julie's squad. And together, both squads make a platoon.
Okay.
So a squad of 3, Julie Star. Okay, very good. Now you are Rep 5. Okay, remember that.
Rep
you are
5. Awesome.
Rep 5. And stars play a little differently. You're going to see in the game.
Okay.
They have some abilities that are really cool.
All right.
And those are your jumpers.
My jumpers. I love it.
All right. And for me, this is my tank commander is here. He is a Rep 4. Because he is part of this platoon, he cannot be higher than the star. So he is Rep 4. Unfortunately, my other tanks are crewed by Rep 3.
Oh.
So meaning they are greens. They're not, they haven't had much experience in combat. So this is going to be their first experience.
So I'm 5. What are my jumpers?
Your jumpers are, if you look at your stats, I believe they're Rep 4. They're a little bit better, more trained than I am, for sure.
Yes, 4.
Yep, so you are Rep 4 for your little jumper mechs.
Okay.
And a Rep 5 for your star. So,
awesome.
So that's really the powerful squad, and then I'm here supporting you.
I'm a crack shot, too.
Yes, you also have the attributes. Let's look at that.
Sure.
So you have the attributes crack shot, and what is that, Born Leader?
Born Leader.
Okay, and only the star has those attributes.
Okay.
And we'll figure out what they do as we play. Scenario we're using, we are using our own kind of board design, but we are using the objectives for scenario number 2 in the game, and there is a bridge in that scenario, and basically the special instruction says when, let me see, the troll. What's a bridge without a troll? When any of your tanks or mechs comes into line of sight of the bridge, roll 1d6 and read the result as rolled.
Okay.
1, 2, or 3, there is an assault tank or mech sitting on the bridge.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be this guy. Okay?
All right.
So, that's going to be him. And then, if we do 4 or 5, there is an assault tank or mech on a hill in section 3. We're going to make it that section over there right near that rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6, nothing visible.
Okay.
Take the test again when next active. Okay, so that bridge is going to be critical. It may bring more enemy forces into the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is an attack mission. My mission is to break through the Hessian defenses and get to the other side. Okay, so nice, easy mission. We gotta get at least 3 of our mechs, half of our force, mechs or tanks, to the other edge. Now, again, we're not playing a full game. We're just doing a couple of turns. So,
Right.
but these games can be very short. They can be long or they can be short. All right, all depends. All right, let's get this game going.
Let's do it.
Turn 1, Julie's training game. White dice is going to be us.
Okay, here we go. I got a 5.
All right, a 5. So we win the activation. In addition to that, we can move any unit that's rep 5 or higher.
Okay.
So that means basically we're going to be moving our star.
Ooh, me.
All right, so Julie, you can move yourself, and the other guys, unfortunately, are going to stay behind. So you can do a normal move, which is your full speed. You can do a fast move, which is double.
Okay.
Okay, but you do have to roll on a table for that.
Okay.
You can go reverse, using up only half your speed.
Okay, but of course I'm not going to
But you're not going to do that, or you can turn.
Right.
Now, mechs can turn up to 90 degrees twice during their movement. So either before their movement, after their movement, or to turn.
I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to go like this.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to try to meet you up there if I ever get a chance to move.
Okay.
All right, so your guys are together. Good chance. All right, now, according to this scenario, unfortunately, that means you're right by the bridge, so you're going to have to roll a d6. And I'm going to get the scenario and see. Okay. Go ahead.
3.
3. There is an assault tank or a mech sitting on the bridge. We're going to have a mech. And so he suddenly appears.
Okay.
Okay, now what happens? Well, he sees you, and you see him.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an insight test. In this particular version of 2-Hour War Games, we don't have to roll on a table. However, the insight is a condition based on line of sight and cover and all these other things, right? Clear line of sight there, so we see each other. All right. Now that triggers an action test. Okay, what are we going to do? Obviously, hopefully we can shoot. But we have to see how things are going to act. Okay, so rolling on the action table.
Okay.
Take 2 dice.
Both the same color.
Yes,
right?
Now they get 2 dice as well. So make sure they're different colors.
Okay, so 4 dice.
4 dice altogether, 2 dice each. We don't have quick reflexes or anything like that. I don't believe we do. Julie's just checking a minute. Nope, we do not have. Okay. No circumstances or attributes. All right. A score of 6 is always a failure. You are taking it against your rep. He is rep 4. So a success for him is going to be a 4 or under.
Is this a shooting kind of thing?
Yes.
Or we're rolling to see who gets to go to shoot.
Right. Who gets to act. Who gets to act and react.
So my crack shoot will be... My crack shot... I will use
during shooting.
When I'm shooting. Okay.
Correct. And you're okay. So his success is 4 or under. Your success is 5 or under, right? Because you are the star. So go ahead.
I'm the star.
You are the star.
Oh no.
However, no, something wrong. However,
okay. Let's do this again then.
Do this again.
Yeah. Yeah.
She doesn't like the roll.
No.
You have to, before you even do that, take 1d6. You have to roll for advantage. Does he take advantage or we get advantage? So roll a d6. Tell me the number.
A 4.
Okay, a 4, meaning the non-moving side, which is him. We were the moving side.
Right.
The non-moving side has the advantage.
Okay.
So if we roll even numbers, they're going to succeed.
Okay. Gotcha.
So go ahead, do that now. 4 dice.
There's 2 successes for them.
Okay.
And only 1 for us.
1 for us. So they passed by 1d6. So unfortunately, he gets to shoot first.
Yes.
So you're going to have to roll for the man.
I'm rolling 6s. This is not good. I never roll 6s.
Julie, stop rolling good. Damn it. All right. Oh, you're rolling bad for us.
Yeah,
good for them.
Good for them.
All right. So he gets to shoot. And now for shooting, let me get my table over here. Okay. So taken versus rep. Take 2 dice for him. Okay. He doesn't have any other abilities, thankfully. Right. And taken versus his rep. So a success is a 4 or under. How many successes do you get?
2.
2 successes. Go to the penetration table. Now, here's the tricky part. He's hitting you from the side.
Right.
Which is less armor rating. And he's hitting this first guy here. Okay, so what is your armor rating for the side? It should say side AR.
Side AR is a 3.
Is a 3?
Correct.
Okay. And his APR, armor piercing rating, is 7. So 7 minus 3.
4.
All right. So for penetration, he needs 2. Okay. So you take 2 dice. Mm-hmm. And we just subtracted his APR minus the AR of our side armor. That gives us the target number. Mm-hmm. So he needs 4s or under. Any 6 is a failure. Complete failure.
2 2s.
2 2s! No freaking way. That's 2 successes. That means that the tank or mech explodes.
Oh, no!
All inside the tank or mech are obviously dead.
No,
dead and dead. One mech down. We have a mech down. Okay.
No.
So now we can turn around because, some action has already happened. Now you can face him in the front.
Okay.
Now, sorry. So he is one individual. So that's it. He's going to stay now. Now, if it was a group of them, they would each get to shoot at our guys.
Yes.
And that could be a potential problem.
Yeah.
So he's going to stop there. Okay. Now, my guys can't move. I'm still having difficulties. My leader's, I don't know. He didn't have his morning coffee. So I can't really do anything. So we're going to go to PE. Now, and after we resolve all the PEFs, then we'll end the turn. Okay? So the enemy took a shot. The troll took a shot on the bridge and took out one of our guys. That ends his thing. We can't shoot back because he had a very good success.
Yeah.
All right, so that pretty much ends it for us. And there is no duck back. In Star Army, there is this thing called duck back where, let's say if they're guys, they would run for cover.
Right.
After, a shot or so.
Sure, okay, makes sense.
But in this case, we don't have that rule.
Oh.
So we're going to leave that there. All right, let's do PEF. So PEF movement. Taken versus a rep of 4. All PEFs have rep of 4. Take 2 dice. And the successes, depending on how many successes, will determine how they move. So 4 or under.
Or under are successes. So I'm looking for 6s, maybe.
That'll be failure, yeah. And that's a good thing for,
for us.
Yeah.
But of course, no. I got a 4 and a 2.
4 and a 2 is 2 successes. PEF moves 8 inches directly towards the nearest enemy.
Yeah, but it has to be within sight, right?
Staying in cover. No, they move. Doesn't matter. They just move as much as they can.
I see.
Let me make sure. Okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
Actually, he stays in cover. If he can. Okay, if he can. Okay, so he's going to move there. Mm-hmm. We got to resolve him because It's in sight. So resolution now.
Okay.
Taken versus the enemy campaign, which is morale 4 in this case.
Okay.
So again, 4 or under. 2 dice.
2 dice.
Yes. Let's see what happens. Come on, Julie.
A 2, a 6 and a 2.
So 1 success. Okay. We resolve. Something is out there. We don't know what it is yet. It stays PEF. The next time, all PEFs on the table are resolved with 3d6. Okay, so we're taking 3 dice the next time. Okay. So he stays there. We don't know what it is.
Okay.
He stays there. Next PEF. Where is he? He's up here.
Up there.
Okay. You're going to do the same exact thing.
We're going to move him.
So, 2 dice.
Oh, we don't know if he moved that. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm looking for a what?
Rep of 4. Always rep of 4.
Right,
4 or under.
I'm looking for a 5 or a 6. Okay. 2 and a 3.
2 and a 3. God damn, I should be rolling. I'm going to roll the next one.
Damn it.
All right, so that's 2 successes. So he moves 8 inches directly towards the nearest. So he can't move through the river. River's impassable. So he's going to move 8 inches. Okay. Now he's in sight of my guys.
Okay, so it's going to be yours versus mine?
Yes. Now, let me just say something, not to confuse you, but...
you know how easy that is.
You know, we're not playing by the battle board method. There's a method where you play where each of these little squares is the battle board.
Right.
And battle board rules are a little different. Okay. In this case, if we were playing the battle board quick rules, we wouldn't be measuring.
Okay.
We would simply be moving square by square.
I see.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And you can't see an opponent if they're in an opposite square.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right? You can, but we're not playing that way. You can see an opponent if you're in the same square, but not if they're not. We're not playing that way. So now we are measuring. And so now resolve them. So go ahead and do the same thing. 2 dice.
4 or under?
Yeah, the morale is 4 as well. So 4 or under.
5 or 6. 2 4s.
2 4s. Did I say I was going to roll? And I didn't.
You should.
God damn it. All right, roll another d6 because you got 2 successes.
3.
A 3. 1 enemy squad. Or a bug group. All right, so we got to put a squad. So let's see. Julie, give me another roll, please. Drum roll.
Yeah. A 6.
A 6.
Now I roll a freaking 6.
Oh, God. A 6 puts us over there to that heavy mech. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bow. Over here. I'll give it to you. And there's a heavy mech. He's scary. All right, so heavy mech has been revealed. All right, yeah, this is not good.
No, it isn't.
My guy's still trying to get coffee.
I'm rolling very badly.
All right, next and final PF before we finish this turn. Remember, we're only playing 2 turns. We're gonna do a little more combat, and then we'll skip the game a little bit. You know, play a little bit, and then turn on the camera so people can see more of combat.
Okay.
Okay, and we're also showing this part of the game as well. Okay. So I don't want to overwhelm you.
Thank you.
Good. All right. So final PF over here. Go ahead. Same exact system.
I changed because I seem to be rolling 6s with the white dice. But like really low numbers with the black dice. So I'm switching it.
Okay.
Rolling the white dice and will be the black dice from now on. But
all right. So go PF movement.
And of course, Mary.
Wait a minute. It's a 4 or under, so that's 1 success.
Only 1 success.
That's not bad.
I know,
okay.
But I was hoping for
PEF does not move. It stays in place.
Yes, finally.
All right, that gives us a little breathing room. All right, let's go to turn 2. Activation roll, my dear.
Okay.
You take...
Which would be 2 of each, right? No.
1 of each.
1 of each.
1 of each.
Okay,
a black...
but we're the black ones. Now.
We're the black ones. Okay,
yes.
Just make sure we say who we are. A 5.
5
We win.
Yes.
However, only the star and his and her group get to move because you are rep 5, I am rep 4. My guys are stuck. Something's wrong with the tanks.
Yeah, there's some sort of technical malfunction.
We have malfunction. Oh God.
Okay, so now what?
All right. Now they're still okay. So first, let's resolve these guys. Okay, so they're in sight. We're gonna do another activation test.
Okay.
All right. So now we're the moving side, right?
Right.
Yeah. Let's do the action test.
And
However, when you're playing 2-player, it's actually easier because a lot less tables are used when you're playing 2-player.
because there wouldn't be.
There's no PF movement, no PF resolution, or none of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so Taken versus leader rep.
Okay, so remember again, we're black.
We're black. They are rep 4. We are rep 5 because of your star.
Okay, I got 2 5s.
2 5s for you.
4 and a 3. So we
3. The mover has the we have the advantage anyway. So if you would have rolled equal to them,
right, we would
equal successes, we would still win. Okay. So now we get the chance to shoot back.
Yes.
So now you can you have an ability, right, for
yes,
shooting. Leader rolls 3d6, counting the lowest 2d6 results on the will to fight table. We haven't seen the will to fight yet.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, so after we had fought, we did that wrong because after we had fought, we are supposed to check a will to fight test. That's pretty much a morale test. Mm-hmm. That's after all the fighting takes place. All right, and then will to fight will say, you know, what happens. And we do have a will to fight table here. So born leader would benefit us. Mm-hmm. It would give us an attribute, which if we get 2 or more successes, we would carry on, okay? If we get 1 success, depending on what faction we are, that's what happens, okay? And so Star Army, for 1 success, we carry on. So it's not going to affect us very much. It's going to affect them, I think. Okay, Hessian, well, they're Hessian, so they carry on with 1 success, okay? And then if we get no success, you leave the fight. Game over.
Game over. Wow.
Okay. So will to fight is very, very important, and it could end the game very quickly. Now, if you leave the fight that way, it is possible that your leader, your star, loses reputation.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He should.
All right. So we didn't do that. Make sure that we put that. That is a big mistake. But that's okay. We're learning.
That's the point of
We're fumbling through.
Yep.
And these kinds of videos are just as important as actual games.
Oh, for sure. So everybody makes mistakes like
that.
So.
Yep. All right, but it's important to recognize them. Okay.
Absolutely.
So now where were we? We were in shooting. Okay. So we get to shoot now. We're the moving side.
3. What do they get?
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
So you take 2 dice.
3, because I have crack shot.
Crack shot gives you 3 dice, correct? Because of the attribute. Now, did you move earlier? No. So that does not apply to us.
Right.
You get -1 rep if you moved previously.
Okay.
That does not apply to us. We don't have to reload. That's very important.
That is very important to note.
He also doesn't have to reload because he has a beam weapon.
Right.
Okay? The other guys may have to reload.
Right. But we have lasers.
We have lasers, yeah, beam weapons. So we're good. So no reloading for us. That makes it easier. Okay. Go ahead. It's Taken versus your rep.
So 5 or under is success.
It's success.
2 successes, 1 failure.
2 successes.
Yes.
Okay. Hit all targets. Go to the penetration table, and he will not get to return fire because we had 2 successes.
Excellent.
If we have 1 or 0 success, he returns fire. Right. All right. So
penetration table.
Penetration table. 2 dice.
Yes, I have 2 dice. Oh, 2. 2 successes. 5 and 1.
Wow, 2 successes. Tank mech explodes. Yes! All inside on tank are obviously dead.
Take that, MFer.
Boom.
Woo!
Okay, we destroyed the troll. Good for you. All right. Now, mechs have other abilities. They can stomp enemy tanks.
Yeah, very cool.
They can also run to other enemies and do melee. They can punch and kick and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's see if we can show another situation before we end the game. So go ahead. Roll the dice.
For what? What am I?
Activation. A 5, and we're the white dice, right?
No, we're the black dice.
We're the black dice. Yes. Okay, we just 3d6. So grab another one and just roll it.
4.
Okay, and that is a success. So that's 2 successes, which means contact. Okay. So now you're going to grab another dice.
3.
So 3, 1 enemy squad. Okay. Crap. So that's another enemy squad. Roll again.
1 dice?
Yep.
6.
We're going to have to roll that one again because I don't have a 6 anymore.
3.
A 3 puts us here, so 3 tanks. All right. Okay, so they pop up. Now you can take your move. You can decide what to do. Do you want to move or do you want to shoot?
I want to move.
Okay.
I want to turn.
Okay.
So I'm turning them like this. Can I turn them that much?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to move them. The move is 10 inches.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which side I'm on.
You can try a fast move. You want to try a fast move? I think I know what you want to do.
Yeah.
You can also decide here if you want and exercise your free will at the end if there's a battle or whatever and just say I'm out.
Yeah, I know I can, but I don't want to do
that. But of course you don't win the scenario then. But
right.
If you want to do a fast move, now here's the thing. If you fail the fast move attempt, then that means your commander hesitated and you stay in place. Okay, you can still shoot back if they shoot you.
What do I have to do for the fast move?
You have to roll against the table, 2 dice, taken versus your rep.
And I need to get
2 successes.
2 successes, so 2 under 5.
Right.
I'll try it.
You gonna try a fast move?
Yeah.
All right.
A 3 and a 4.
A 3 and a 4. That means you can now move twice your normal speed. That's 20 inches.
All right.
And you're planning to exit the board?
I am.
All right.
I don't need 20.
All right.
So we're off the board.
So you're off the board. I'm still on the board. Unfortunately, that still means that I have to get one of my guys off as well because you got to get at least 3 figures off the board. Okay. You got 2 figures off the board. So that means we still don't win the scenario. Okay, so play would have continued. Okay. And stuff until whatever. Right. So that's one way to end the game.
Right, yeah. There you go.
All right. So while Julie takes a little break, little bathroom break, she's gonna trust me to handle this tank stomp. So this is a melee attack, and after all things have been considered, all action tests and everything else, we're in a position to make a melee attack. So we're going to do a Mechs tank stomp. So it's this guy right here, the jumper, trying to stomp that tank right there. So first things first, we roll. There is a circumstance for the jumper. But first things first, the jumpers... So the jumper is APR of 9. So they have a high APR. That's armor piercing rating. He rolls 1d6 versus his pilot's rep. His pilot's rep is a 4 as well. So we roll 1d6 considering, and we just see if we get a 4 or under. That every 4 or under is a success. So let's see. So he rolls a 1. Okay, so that is a success. So count his rep at 1 point higher. So instead of a rep 4, he's going to be rep 5 now. So that's really good. Okay, so 2 dice, and we're going to be the black dice. And successes are going to be 5 or under. And the enemy tank, the tank commander, is rep 4. Take 2 dice for him, 2 white dice. And their success is going to be 4 or under. So we have to see who passes the most successes and then read the table. All right, so the white dice is 1 success. This is a failure. And our dice, because I am now rep 5, because he's a jumper, is 2 successes. So I pass 2 successes more than the enemy tank. And if we go to the table, pass more d6, stomps the tank, and go to penetration table, counting the APR versus the tank's side armor. Okay? So the mech passes more d6 than the tank. Now, if the tank had passed more d6 than the mech, then the tank fires at the mech as it comes towards it, and the mech cannot stomp. Okay, so the mech would have been shot at. But in this case, I did succeed, and so we go to the penetration table and do the usual penetration test, which is, let me just go through it while Julie comes back. And so the penetration, my APR is 9. The AR is considered side armor, not front armor anymore. So their side armor is a 2. So that's pretty good. And that's probably because we're going to be coming from the top, basically, right? That's it. So, okay, so it's side armor's 2. So 9 minus 2 is 7. So the way that I interpret this is that a 6 is always a failure, no matter what. So even though the result was a 7, we're still going to roll, because if we roll a 6, we fail. So I'm going to, and that's the penetration table. So I roll twice. I roll, and if I get 5s or under on any of the dice, you know, and I got double 1s. So that's great. That's 2 successes. And the tank is literally crushed, explodes underneath the legs of the jumper. And that's how I interpret that. All right, so that's how that works to the best of my knowledge. Okay, guys, so I want to include this little demo because I really think that this is very, very important to highlight for this system, okay? First and foremost, we see that my tanks have been stationary for a bit, and that's because Julie kept rolling 5s, and it's only her little star can move because she is rep 5, right? However, the situation changes now. I'm stationary this turn because again, I'm rep 4. She rolled a 5. Only rep 5 leaders and their groups can move, so I'm stationary. But now, here the situation changes. The PEF was resolved. We have a heavy mech in front of us, all right? Bad thing. Well, this guy, as soon as he comes on, we are in sight. There's no intervening terrain. We're in sight. That triggers an action test, okay? So let's say we roll our dice, and for all intents and purposes, I get the success. It's going to be a little harder to get the advantage because I'm the stationary side. Okay, but let's say I get the advantage. We roll our action, and boom, I get to act. I beat him by having more successes when we roll our action test. Okay, let's just say. So now we have a list of things on the table. We can do one of these things in order. Okay, so the first thing is shoot. So I can shoot. Now he has a high front armor, and these are medium tanks. Chances are we're not going to penetrate. If we do successfully shoot, we're not going to penetrate. That's okay. All right. So let's say we shoot, we miss, we didn't penetrate his front armor. He returns fire, knocks out one of my tanks. Okay. It's it could happen because he is a stronger opponent. Now, the next thing that I have is we have a couple of other choices we can choose, right? Choose from. The next thing that would make sense, I skip the stuff that doesn't really make sense, like run over and melee. Skip that, go to move. So now I get a chance to move. 10 inches, try to move to that cover, get into cover, okay? Boom. So they were stationary. They couldn't move because they couldn't move voluntarily. But you have this thing in the system, the reaction system, which is voluntary versus involuntary moves. And involuntary or reactions, that's governed by the table. Okay, so we just got a chance to do something. Now, let's say that he wins the combat, the action, I'm sorry. So he gets the advantage. All right, so we roll an even result. He gets the advantage, so he gets to act first. He's going to shoot, knocks out one of my tanks. Okay, in that case, I'm screwed. I can't return fire. All right, because he knocked one of my tanks. Let's say he fires, shoots, fires, misses. I get to return fire. Maybe I do get to beat him. Maybe not. Okay. Another thing is he's facing me in the front, but if he were facing me in the side and we got to do this, I may actually have a chance to hurt him. Okay. The other thing is we have to remember that tanks, even if they're facing this way, they do have turrets. So they can shoot in any direction because they have turrets. Okay. So in this case, he has a turret up there. Julie and I would have to decide if we want to, mechs normally don't shoot from the sides like that, like to the rear or something, but he does have a turret. We could give him a, you know, spinning weapon, a rotating weapon, and so that he can fire from all different angles. That's something that Julie and I can do in the beginning of the game, like a little house rule, okay? But just wanted to point that out. It's very, very important because again, it's not an I go, you go game, and the reaction system is the key to this game. It's what makes this game interesting, all right? It's really what makes the game interesting. So they got to do stuff even though it's involuntary, all right? The leaders got a burst of confidence. They got to do stuff. Whatever the outcome is, it is. And that's what I wanted to say. Well, a little bit over 2 turns of Tanks and Mechs, and we want to continue playing and learning the game. So, Julie, what did you think?
Okay, what did I think? I thought it was fun. Mm-hmm. It's a game I definitely want to play more often and learn it better. Well, exactly. So, like I said, it's just a matter of learning the mechanics of the game and learning the repetition and everything. Once I do that, I know it's going to be a game I love. I love the quick nature of it. Yeah,
it resolves very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. It is very random. You have to get used to it, but it resolves very quickly.
I like the randomness of it too. It's confusing at first,
right,
but I think it won't be after a while, and the randomness makes it a lot more interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one thing I like about 2-hour war games too, is that chaotic kind of randomness that it raises the tension, and you don't know. Am I going to get to act? Right. You know, what's going to happen?
It keeps suspense a little bit.
Yeah.
It keeps you on your toes.
Right.
I like it a lot. So now, regarding the future of us playing this game, what we're going to play it again soon, right?
Yes. And I think we should do a couple of demo turns, you know, us among ourselves, start to reinforce a lot of the things, like using star power and all this stuff, and then start to film a whole game.
Yeah. And I hope we can do that soon.
Yeah, and maybe do a head-to-head game too.
That would be fun.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a lot easier because in solo play, you definitely have a lot more.
Yeah.
A solo and co-op, you have a lot more. There's more tables involved. Because your enemy is an AI. You know.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, definitely. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much for staying with us. And this was our kind of fumbled through game of 2-hour war games, Tanks and Mechs. And
hope you enjoyed watching me learn how to play.
Julie's first game, and believe me, once she learns, She's gonna whip my ass. I know.
I hope so. Let's do it. Let's get this sucker going.
All right, folks. Thank you very much. We'll talk very soon. And this is an MJ Hobby Corner little training session for us. Thank you.
Take care.